Hi there and welcome to my channel. Today's project is for the Vicki Boutin design team, and this week we're working with rainbows. And I've always said that my favorite color is black and white with a hint of rainbow, and I think this is the best way to describe it. I'm not afraid of color, but above all I like black and white. So I think this, like I said, best way to describe it is just on that layer. So what I'm going to use for this is actually the entire set of the watercolor markers. I am actually going to use a foundation paper, a little bit of water. I'm going to use the watercolor brushes, and I'm going to use my heat gun. So you're going to see that the camera is going to be a little bit out of focus, and the issue is because I can move in the paper a lot. You're going to see why. I'm going to create drips on the page, and for that I actually, because I haven't yeso my paper, the water is going to stay afloat a little bit. But to make sure that I create those strips, I kept tapping the paper on my surface, and I just keep moving the camera. So my apologies for that, but I'm going to show you. It's going to come in focus in and out, and I'm going to speed it up. It took no time to put together, which is great because this week we're babysitting my niece and nephew. So think of a preteen and a high energetic 5-year-old kid running around the apartment. Not a fun day. So what I'm going to do right now, and like I said, is I am going to add a splash of water onto the foundation paper, and I have not a yeso to it. And then I'm going to add pigment from the watercolor marker, starting with the yellow. You can start with any color, but I'm going to form a rainbow on my page. But the way I'm going to go about it, why I'm adding the splash of water at the beginning, is because I'm going to add the pigment onto it so that I can make it run on the page. Now, I am not going to dilute the watercolor that much. I'm going to use pretty much, I'm going to say a lot of pigment, just because I want something very striking. It's not going to be a lot of mixed media, but I want something that's very striking because I want to create that alcohol ink look. And for that, what I'm going to do once I add the pigment is I'm going to hit it with my heat gun right away. And that's going to dry the pigment quickly, one. And also when you add the hot air from the heat gun, it's just gonna move the pigment a little bit more, and it's gonna create I don't know if you've seen alcohol inks. It gives the traces of where the alcohol was drying, and it creates those really cool lines that you see, like how the watercolor was, the alcohol ink was running. The heat gun is gonna do the same with the watercolor in this layer. And I think Lay has created something similar before, and like I said, I did it because I wanted something really quick. When you have two kids running in your house, it takes a lot of time, trust me. So what I'm going to do is, like I said, I'm going to create a rainbow, and you're going to see that my page is going to be going in and out of focus just because my hand was getting closer to the lens, and then I'm lifting up the paper to tap, so the camera had a hard time focusing on this. But you're going to see right now, I'm going to come into the blue, and it's going to get a little bit better before it goes back to the same thing. So again, what I'm doing is I'm gonna add a splash of water, just a little bit, and then I'm gonna add the pigment. I am gonna lift the paper and kind of tap it and help it with drips, just to create those little drip lines. Once I have that in place, I am gonna go ahead and use my heat gun and pretty much move the heat gun and the paper so that I create those trace lines that you can see. I'm gonna see the traces of where the watercolor was running. And that's what's going to create this really cool look in the background. Think of it, alcohol inks, pretty much we're recreating the same using the watercolor markers and a foundation paper. And it's super easy. It takes no time. It's a great place to play, especially if you want to know what it looks like. I am going to apologize why the paper, why it's getting in and out of focus, but you see it why, because I'm moving the paper so much. Again, this is a simple, very simple background to recreate. It's very striking, and you're gonna see that I am adding all of this color, this rainbow on my page, and I'm not gonna hide it. I'm actually gonna use it. Pretty much, there's my layout right there. I wanted, like I said, something really simple, something really striking, and I'm gonna take advantage of the rainbow look to just document a small picture of my little girls. Well, my daughter and my niece. So once I have all the colors of the rainbow, I am gonna go ahead and just add a few more little parts where I'm gonna add extra color because I want to elongate the pink, I want to elongate the yellow. There's some areas like the blue I think I need to add a little bit more. It's just too little. I want to make sure that there's a nice balance, especially because I love all the colors, but I'm not a fan of yellow, and I find that it's really hard to photograph yellow. And I know I'm gonna add my picture right on top of the yellow. So I'm gonna set that aside to dry. Because I'm heating it with the heat gun, it's gonna take no time to dry, so I can work right away. But still, I'm gonna sit it for a little bit. I want to feed lunch to my little kids, and then I'm gonna come back. Now, what I did outside the camera is I fussy cut quite a few of the rainbow hearts from the 12 by 12 paper and also by the 6 by 8 paper pad. And I just want to play with some, I'm going to go do a color blocking. Just because, like I said, I don't want to hide the background. I want to make it pretty much the foundation for this layer. So all you're gonna see me do is I'm gonna fussy cut quite a bit of the hearts. I kind of feel the big ones, but once I started putting it on the layout, I think it's gonna cover too much of the background. So I'm gonna go ahead and just switch them for small little heart. No, those small, but the smaller hearts, the ones from the 6 by 8. Now to back up my picture, just because I have all the color and the picture is black and white, I'm actually gonna put one of the this paper is just a piece that I had left from the 12 by 12 that says the paper says say cheese. And I wanted to bring that black and white color. I'm going to distress the edges a bit. And then I'm going to bring that little tab that you see there. That's from the ephemera pack. These two are from the journaling pack. I just want to bring some of the yellow because I know I'm going to add the picture on that side. I added some foam adhesive behind it. And then I'm just going to glue it in place. I'm not even going to glue it straight. I'm going to see it's a little bit slanted. And I'm okay with that. Like I said, this was a quick layout. It's going to be very striking for being quick. And then all I'm going to do is color block my hearts. And by color blocking, I mean I'm gonna add yellow to yellow families, orange to orange families. So if wherever I have the orange stripe, that's where the orange hearts are gonna go. Wherever I have the yellow stripes, that's where the yellow hearts are gonna go, and so on. What I'm doing along the way is I'm gonna add some dimension just to create a little bit of separation and movement with the heart. And for that, I'm just adding a little bit of foam adhesive behind it. And this is where you're gonna realize that I play with some of the big hearts and realize that they're just covering too much of the background. You're gonna see that I add very little watercolors pretty much on the center line, and I want to make sure that I don't hide that because that's pretty much what is gonna sell this layer. So I'm just gonna go straight and not straight, I'm gonna go for the smaller hearts, and I'm just gonna, like I said, I'm gonna add them all on their corresponding color. And then I'm gonna glue some of them straight onto the background, and some of them are just gonna have a little bit of foam adhesive just to lift them up. Now I'm going to bring the puffy sticker just because I wanted to add different textures, and I thought the roundness of this and also the little height that it has is going to play with the dimension. So I'm pulling some of the puffy hearts that I had left over from Field Notes collection. I have a second set of stickers from, and this is my last puffy stickers from Kaleidoscope. So I'm just adding, like I said, colors that correspond to the color that I have on the background. And I'm just gonna add a few. I'm gonna make sure that I have a puffy sticker in each one of the hearts. I'm also gonna add the little puffy stickers that come, those little crosses and little hearts that come in the words, in the puffy words. And then I am bringing the hello. This hello is from the Field Notes collection, those beautiful black puffy stickers. I have 2 sets of them left over. So I'm going to bring the hello, and I'm going to bring the word colorful just because it's going to bring the rainbow again to this layer. Like I said, I'm playing with black and white and rainbow. So the hello is black. The colorful is going to be actually the one that comes in the Color Kaleidoscope collection puffy stickers. And then to complete my title, I wanted to use the word smiles. And I couldn't find small letters in all of Vicky's stuff that said smiles. So I pulled out these Paige Evans mini alphas. I think they're from like 3 collections ago, and I still have them because I love them. And I just spelled the word smiles, and then I realized that I need to bring a little bit more of I'm gonna say of a rainbow to the bottom of the layer. So you're gonna see that I'm just gonna add a few more embellishments from Color Kaleidoscope, and when I'm going to run the picture, I'm gonna try to stay either in the color family or black and white. So when I had everything set and I thought I was done, I realized that I need to bring more of a rainbow to part of this layer. So my choice, I'm gonna cut, I'm gonna say a 1/2 inch from the top of the layer, and then I'm gonna distress the bottom edge, and I'm actually gonna glue one of the branding strips, and this is from the beautiful watercolor rainbow paper from the Color Kaleidoscope. I cut the branding strip. I have a piece of this is the papers that come inside the page protector, so I pull one out, and I'm just gonna glue everything onto this page, and that's gonna be pretty much it. Now what I'm gonna tell you is that when you use your heat gun, because you're heating it, some of your paper is gonna work. So building the layer on top of another cardstock or gluing it, it's just gonna give you, it's gonna make it straighter than what the little dips and valleys that you can create by heating the paper. Now I'm just gonna add another circle sticker at the bottom just because I wanna, repeat the shapes that I have. And then I'm gonna bring a little bit more hint of black and white. So the best way, and again, another thing on one of my favorite things too are butterflies. So I'm just gonna fussy cut quite a few of them. These are all come from the 6x8 paper pack because I wanted a smaller butterfly. I'm just gonna pick one of the medium ones, and that's just gonna go right next to the picture just because I have all that empty space there. So I think I can add that one there. But then everywhere else, I went for the smallest butterflies that I could find. And then just gonna glue them, a little bit of foam adhesive behind them just so they lift the wings. And not just to finish it, because I want to bring the colors that I have on the background, I am gonna bring in the watercolor markers and kind of add some splashes onto the wings of the butterflies. Or I'm just gonna add like a little drop of the color to the center of the butterfly and kind of move it around, and that's just gonna bring some of the color in the background. Even though I love the black and white look of the butterflies, I want to bring some of the background. I just want them to stand out. I want them to meld with the colors that I have in the background, and adding the little splatters of the colors took some of the black and whiteness in this case of the butterflies away. And that's gonna be pretty much it. The only thing you don't see that I do on the screen, because I take it off camera, is add my lens journal right underneath the picture of where that yellow drip is at. And I think I add a few more stickers that just come from my stash onto the yellow part just to accent that part, and also a small clear sticker at the bottom where I have the circle with the rainbow heart. And that's about it. I love how this turned out. It was super simple to put together. Literally, it took no time. The background, like I said, my apologies, just because I was moving the paper and everything was moving so fast, it kind of got fussy a little bit, but it's so simple to put together. If you have any questions on how this came together, do not hesitate to contact me. Thank you so much for joining me, guys, and I hope to see you next week. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.